And one of the first political figures to warn loudly about the dangers of AI, the jobs it could replace, and the poverty it could spread was Andrew Yang. He ran an attention-grabbing and surprisingly long presidential campaign in 2020. Well, last night, Yang was back in San Francisco, where he sat down for a one-hour fireside chat with me in front of a crowd at Manny's in the Mission District. Yang shared insights from his new memoir, Hey Yang, Where's My $1,000? And he called out tech billionaires on their shifting sense of responsibility to our society.
Our government policyholders are just cheerleading the whole thing. It's just like full steam ahead. What do you need? You need billions and billions of dollars worth of energy and data centers done, and then you have the entire political class just shepherding the advancement of these technologies that are going to displace millions of American workers. And there's zero discussion or vision or foresight around that.
Is this the society they wanted to create?
So the Silicon Valley folks back then, if you were to say to them something like, hey, we should just distribute the gains from these technologies broadly to people, they'd be like, yeah, that's a good idea. Like that, there was like a wellspring of support for universal basic income. That now they've kind of lost that public spiritedness and like a desire to take care of other people, I would say. Like they've just gone all in and been like, you know what, we're just gonna max this stuff out and max out our economic gains and just let it all shake out. And that's deeply, deeply disheartening, but also terrible for society. I mean, I'm someone who still thinks that Silicon Valley is a place where awesome things are made possible. And the fact that the highest leaders, the high chiefs of this region have gone all in with this administration and been like, let's just hand in hand build this thing out. Deeply disappointing. It's just like a real lack of character and leadership. At this point now, it's a marvel when someone does something that is clearly against their self-interest. You're like, oh my God, like a person said or did something that's not like on their balance sheet in some way. But right now, the numbers are staggering, where these tech leaders are saying, you know what, we can make hundreds of billions of dollars on this if we just max it out and take advantage of this 4-year period. So that's the approach they're taking, and the public is really on the outside looking in. As dysfunctional as I thought our political system was, it's even worse. Like the Trump administration going all in and like the rest of it, like sort of predictable, but terrible, but predictable. Silicon Valley deciding to go hand in glove with them, I'm not sure I would have seen that coming.
All right, I want to revisit 2020 and the election and some of the things you learned from that. I think your experience in the aftermath kind of showed you a little bit, didn't it, of what was wrong with the party system and who's really in control, and how you got kind of iced out, if you will, of the Democratic Party because you spoke up on certain things. Do you want to share some of your thoughts on how you became persona non grata?
I didn't become persona non grata until I left the party. It's like until then, the NC had me headline fundraising dinners. I'd show up and try and raise them a few bucks. And I was a very solid team player throughout the entire journey.
Right, for Biden.
But yeah, I was a Biden surrogate. I campaigned for him in Pennsylvania. Most of you guys who know me know, it's like I'm not a fan of Trump at all. And so it's like, what? Biden's our guy to get Trump out. All right, works for me. Like sign me up. So I told my team anything the Biden team wants to do, we're doing. And they just went around. Now, Joe Biden, I will say, failed us all colossally by running again.
Yes.
And you know what he said in 2020 while I was campaigning for him? I am a bridge to the next generation.
Right.
Remember that?
Yes.
Someone should have, given him the memo in 2024, but like, hey man, bridge to the next generation doesn't mean like hold on to the job, with your last breath. So he failed us all, and the DNC failed us all when they failed to have a primary. And I joked like the Democrats should change their name to the selectors if they're gonna skip the vote. I mean, it's like, and in 2024, I was in New Hampshire with a guy named Dean Phillips. Being like, and Dean Phillips, third-term member of Congress, who was like, we need to have a primary. And he was proven 100% right 5 months later when Joe Biden withdrew. And then they still didn't have a primary. They're just like, we're just gonna give it to Kamala. And after that happened, 24 hours later, I was like, all right, I'm endorsing Kamala because I, again, can't stand Trump. I think he's a destruction agent. But I was very, very pained because I was like, if you guys had a proper primary, it would demonstrate to the country that you actually have some principles. You'd be like, look, and who would have run? Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer, J.B. Pritzker, Josh Shapiro, Wes Moore, like a whole battalion of governors who in 2024 could have made the case to the country. Mad at the border? Me too. I was in Harrisburg. I had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people would be like, oh, yeah, I guess that's right. You did have nothing to do with it. Like that, there would have been like a genuine conversation and a genuine contest. But the Democrats short-circuited all of that. And I make this point in the book where Trump is our president, in my opinion, because he's striking three chords. So one is politics, two is pro wrestling, and three is insult comic.
Yeah.
And so the Crooked Hillary, Sleepy Joe, Meatball Ron, like all that stuff actually really speaks to a certain body of people. And the Democrats have traditionally been stuck on chord one, which is like, politics, inspiration, the rest of it. But pro wrestling and comedy are very popular entertainment forms for a reason, and 2/3 of the country are non-college grads. So I'm going to suggest that they work really well with lots of people. You know who has noticed this is your governor, Gavin Newsom, who's now adopting this. So Gavin is a bro. He's just like trying to bro it out, and it's working because the Democratic Party is desperate or some form of pugnaciousness that is hitting these multiple chords.
So you're going to run in 2028?
Wow, if this is being streamed. When I ran in 2020, I felt called to do so. So I'm trying to see if I'm called again, and that's the honest truth.
Is that high probability of that?
Well, I mean, in the book I talk about I'm always 60 seconds away from running because I just put a video and be like, yeah, gang, we're back. Finish the job. Click, post.